Ah, life, right? So weird. They tell you the demons try to hide themselves wrapped in love. They like shrimp wrapped in bacon. What can go wrong with that? You love bacon? You love shrimp? No problem. Why don't you throw a little cheese on there? Nah, cheese don't go with that. But, it's just it's all crap to make you insecure. That's all it is. Is she a demon? Does she love me or is she a demon? Oh, God. It won't take you long to find out either way anyway. The one thing about demons, they can't hide very long, Like if I was a demon, I've been doing this since on my first video. If I had to guess, I think it was November. I've been doing it pretty steady since November. I have four or five YouTube channels. They're on here somewhere. You can find them if you look for them. But the NSA was shutting me down. They were getting in my work and making it very hard to upload my videos, and they were editing my videos, changing the status from public to private so nobody could see it. They were changing my name, that I was writing the name for the video. They would change the name. They did all these little things, and that's how you know they're there. And even last night, I had to send an email, like 4 or 5 emails to my lawyer, and I had to leave my house. I went to the gelato store and tried to use their Wi-Fi to send the email. I couldn't send it here; it wouldn't send. So my house Wi-Fi. So I don't even use my house Wi-Fi because the NSA's got it. My brother and my mother gave me the password, so they would have it. And I went to the gelato one and wouldn't work there. I think I got one email off before they shut me down. And then I went to the bar. And I didn't go in the bar. I stayed outside the bar, and I hooked up the Wi-Fi, and I sent them right there. But this is why they can't beat me, because I don't stop. I just go forever and ever. And if it didn't work at the bar, I would have went somewhere else. It's just, or at least I would have went back to the cellular, but I wouldn't have been in the house. So it's harder for them to hack me. I hope. I don't know, but they try to throw roadblocks in my way, and I try to throw roadblocks in their way. The NSA lost, the jig is up, you scumbags are gonna fucking die, and I'm gonna kill you myself, so, and that's why they fight, because they know they're gonna die if they give up, You made your own bed, you're gonna lie in it, but, that's not the point of the video. It's just that, I forget the point of the video, actually. I forget why I started. The devil gives you things easily. He wants you to sign over your soul for a penny. But he dresses up that penny. It's like that diamond that's worthless. It looks good. Some girls would take it, but it's worthless. And he's gonna sell you. It's not worthless when he sells it to you. It's the best thing since sliced bread, And like a rock star, so you're gonna make you a rock star, and you're gonna have #1 hits, and you're gonna sleep with all the girls, and you're gonna travel all the cities and all the countries, and you're gonna have a great life, Go ask Tommy Lee if he had a great life. He screwed Pamela like crazy. Everything they did was in the paper, and they were fighting left and right. He went to jail how many times for hitting paparazzi, and who's the other one? Alec Baldwin. How many times did he punch paparazzi? almost went to prison for killing the woman on the movie set, the cinema photographer. And I don't believe he killed her on purpose. And I think if he did, he'd be in jail. And he's not. It was an accident. It was a prop gun. Whoever put that bullet in that gun, the real bullet in that gun, that's the one that went to jail. Not the one who pulled the trigger. I mean, it'd be different if he knew it was a real gun and he knew there was a bullet in there. Then definitely he's got a first-class ticket to hell. But he thought it was a prop gun, and by all intents and purposes, there's nothing to prove that he didn't think it was a prop gun. And there was a blank in it, or there was nothing in it. And he pulled the trigger and there was a real bullet in it. So, I don't know. I don't know how that bullet got there. They didn't prove how it got there. I'm sorry for that girl that went to jail, the prop girl. I mean, she may or may not have done it. I don't know. She took a plea, so we'll never know the truth on that, and there's another guy involved too. But Alec Baldwin sold his soul to the devil to be a movie star, and you can tell that with the history of his career, He's always had problems. And it hasn't been a smooth sailing. His wife is gorgeous, but he's had several of them too. Kim Basinger, I think he dated. But when he was young, he was a very good-looking guy, and as far as good-looking guys go, and he played the fields, And when you're sold your soul to the devil, you get to do that, Playing the field is part of selling your soul, And nobody, it doesn't say when you sign the contract that I sold my soul to the devil, No, you sold your soul to XYZ modeling company or whatever, it's just, which is the devil. And then in that industry, they all sell their souls to the devil. That's why Ice-T's doing car shield commercials, because he's the devil. Car shield is the devil. And I think it's stupid. He had a very good reputation, a very good career. I think he threw it down the toilet, the car shield. Whatever they pay him, I hope it's worth it. I'm sure Jell-O is very unhappy about their choice of sponsors, Well, can't even think of his friggin' name now. The rapist. Go to sleep, I'll fuck you, get up and go home. I forget. I can't think of his name right now. You know who he is, the Jell-O guy. Black guy, the father of America, raping girls all day long. And now he's many fathers. He's a father to many. And the girls he screwed, horrible. Horrible. I don't think he needed to drug them to screw them. But when you're sick, when you're a rapist and stuff, that doesn't matter. It's not about that. That's why a lot of your rapists are pretty guys. Because it's not about that they can get the girl or not. It's the control, it's the power. And, that's what they do. So it's their thing. To them, that makes the sex better. Not for the girl, but for the guy, it makes it better. Not for me, but for them. But I've gotten rough with a couple of girls, but in my I was in my 20s, but never raped. I never took a piece of clothing off of them, even myself. So back then I thought girls liked it when they were rough with them. But some do. It's just, how do you find out if they do or don't if you're not if you're not rough with them. You know, why would you rough with me? I didn't think you'd like it. Whatever, you know, it's a quagmire shit. Yeah. And sometimes I was drunk, and sometimes I wasn't. I don't even know what I did when I was drunk. I found out in the morning. My friends would tell me what I did. I don't do that no more. I don't like that. I don't like waking up in the morning and not knowing what I did the night before. Usually I did nothing, and the majority of the time I did nothing. I passed out and, I don't know. First time I ever got drunk, I was really drunk. I know it's not the first time I drank, but the first time I got drunk. I passed out on the neighbor's front lawn, and the guy was poking me with a stick. He's like, get up! He's like, get off my lawn! I'm like, go fuck yourself. I was like 13. I thought it was funny. Cops even came. They didn't take me anywhere. I don't know how I got home. I woke up in my bed. And I didn't know how I got there. So. Well, that's the thing when you drink, you know, it's Russian roulette. So many people, they drink and they never go home again. Ever. You know, so it's just a nightmare and a shit show from there on. And you get on a parkway going the wrong way, and it might be the last thing you ever do. Like a girl in Westchester took out her kids and the other people, and nobody. It took a while. They got the tox reports back and stuff, and she was drunk and she was burnt to a crisp, so they couldn't tell she was drunk by that, so they had to do a blood test or something, and found out she was drunk. Get all those kids in the car and drove on the parkway the wrong way, and that was it. It was a horrible thing. I know you know what I'm talking about. But a while back, we're going back 10, 15 years. It's usually not a good scenario when you get on the parkway going the wrong way. It's usually not a good story that comes after that. It happens a lot more than you think. At night, it's hard to tell, you know. And this was in the morning, so it was a daytime thing, you know. It wasn't at night. So she should have known, but she was too drunk. And the son that went out the window and survived, the father, his life was destroyed. His whole family didn't want to have nothing to do with him. He wasn't even in the car. He wasn't even in the same town. But he got destroyed. And but a lot of those on the road, a lot of ones going the wrong way are at night. And at night, they fixed it. They put up a lot of going the wrong way signs and stuff. But when you're drunk, you don't see that shit. You know? You're like, what was that? You know, you're lucky you can see the front bumper. A lot of problems. But it gives me something to do.